Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper and I'm here for Scrapbook Boutique, and this is my final card this month using the Concord 9th. It's the Blooms fill-in. It's a stamp set and it has a coordinating die, and I've had so much fun playing with this stamp set and dies this month. And if you hang around to the end of the video, you'll be able to link to the other two videos that I've made using this same set, and they're all quite different in a floral kind of way. But I just love the versatility of this set. Anyway, I've decided to use my Misty again for stamping, and luckily I did, because I grabbed my Memento Pear Tart. This is the pigment ink, and I haven't used this very much and I think it needs re-inking. But I just wanted the coverage of a pigment ink, and I really wanted like a pale green background, and this fitted the bill. So luckily I was using my Misty, so I could just come back in and keep stamping and reapplying ink, and I just kept going until I was happy with the way that the image was looking. I know it's so easy, right? I have been using my speedball roller as well on the other cards, but for this one I don't think I did. I think I just used my fingers just to press down and try and get a better impression. Alright, so this time I'm actually focusing on the dies a little bit more. I have just a piece of white cardstock and I want to die cut some green. This is almost like a little fern leaf, and I've just done some direct to paper with it's a Northern Pines ink. It's another Memento Dewdrop this time. It's the dye ink, and I'm also die cutting a couple of the flowers. This is a really versatile kind of die set as well, because it has like a label and it has some stitched edging that you can add to the label, or even a hole that you could add some ribbon through, or just be decorative. It's really clever. Alright, so I'm coming in. I think this was the bamboo leaves that I came and actually added the green leaves on my base panel, and then I actually did decide to cut some of those fern leaves out using that as well. So just did the same technique with the direct to paper there. Can you tell? I really wasn't sure where I was going with this card, but I was playing and having fun, and that's the good thing about this set, is you can really have so much fun and just go any which way you want. I think there was too many choices for me. Alright, I'm stamping out my flower. I'm using a couple more of the Memento Dewdrops. This is the Lilac Posies, and then the dark purple is the Elderberry. And I did decide to come in and actually stamp the it's not leaves, they're petals, the edges of the petals with the dark elderberry. So this time I decided not to actually stamp the whole of the background. On the other two cards I've coloured in each of the flower images and used the panel as a background. This time I want to make it more of a focal point, so I'm just highlighting one of the bouquets of flowers. So I'm cutting this out and I'm thinking, oh, I could actually do a little bit of a technique here, and decided that it might look good if I did some partial die cutting. So I'm using the coordinating die, the one that actually goes around the whole sort of bouquet image, and I'm creating a normal sort of die cutting sandwich in my machine, but making sure that the top plate only touches the portion of the die that I want cut. Anything that's not touching the top plate, that won't be die cut. So basically I'm just going to die cut the very edge of this image. Now, to get a nice straight edge on that particular, around this, I like to use my Fiskars trimmer, because it has a guide wire and I can just see exactly where I'm cutting. You could also use a craft blade and like a metal ruler. That works really well as well. Just have to be a little bit careful. I'm not very safe, so I don't do that very often. My sentiment today, I'm using the elderberry ink and just stamping out. This is from the Snippets. It's a penny black stamp set. You might have heard of it. And I'm stamping out a sympathy card. I decided I don't have many sympathy cards and I don't make many of them, and I've just think it's good to have some on hand just in case, you know, someone else wants one. Alright, so I've popped up my panel with some fun foam, and also used some score tape for that. Popping up my sentiment, I did cut that down, and then I can just add my little fern leaves, and I'm using, these are some glue dots on a roll, and these are the mini glue dots, and I find the glue dots have such a great hold, and I just can I'm balancing my flower in place while I kind of work out where I want my leaves to go. I love that you can kind of, you know, use the base of the background, or just use the flowers individually, or the leaves, or just use the panel die cut. There really is a lot of options, and I know I'm going to be using this stamp set a whole heap more. It's very clever stamp and die set for sure. Alright, I did decide to come in with these are some Nuvo drops. They're jewel drops, so they're actually translucent, and they're a green one. They're called key lime, and they're really pretty. And just hold them in place with some matte medium, and that's my finished card for today. I'll link everything in the description below. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back again real soon. Till then, happy paper crafting. Bye.